In the last video, we learned about the setup method and how it can be used to execute some code before each test. And in addition to setup, there are some other test lifecycle methods that we should know about. And this diagram represents the various methods that we could have inside a test file. So if we want, we can write a number of tests which are all different, but then we can add a setup method. And this contains code that is executed before each test. And we have seen a good example of that in the previous video, where we have set the default locale for our date formatting tests. And then we can have a teardown method, which runs after each test. And this is normally used to dispose some of the resources that were in use during the test. And then we also have setup all and teardown all methods, which are only executed once before and after all the tests. So if you were to run a test file that contains this method, this is the order in which each method would be called. First of all, we would get a call to setup all, and then we would get setup, test1, and teardown. And this pattern would be repeated for each test. And after teardown is called for the last test, then teardown all is called as well. And as we make progress, we will see some examples using these test methods. But for now, the key takeaway is that you can use setup, teardown, setup all, and teardown all to execute some common code that you would otherwise have to repeat inside each test body. And this helps keeping your tests organized. Okay, so let's continue on the next video.